Welcome to another video. I'm giving my reaction to the Paris City of Lights Mayor's Pass in SimCitybuildit. I'm just so excited that we finally got a new Mayor's Pass because honestly, I was getting so tired of Japan. Now, the rumor was it was going to be a Mexican season from what I was seeing on social media, but instead they're giving us Paris. And I'm actually seeing kind of a pattern. They gave us Japan and Paris, and both of these are airport shipment places. So I would imagine if they're going to follow the pattern, the next Mayor's Pass we're going to get is London. But anyways, let's get to some of these rewards. So you're going to get the Jardin des Plantes. This is a 20% boost, 26 by 18 area. Of course, this is only for the premium, and at $5, I always say this, it's just not worth it. But the Jardin des Plantes, it's a really good specialization. It's the largest botanical garden in Paris, one of the most renowned in the world. I really think they should have introduced this last year when they were doing all their botanical garden events. But it's very interesting how they picked this. All of these specializations are actually Paris landmarks, so I think that's amazing. You can really build a Paris city. Of course, you can pair it up with your Parisian homes, and you can pair it up with the Eiffel Tower if you have that as well, the Arc de Triomphe. So, if you think about it, of all the cities in the world that there are landmarks, because of this Mayor's Pass, I'd say Paris. There are so many landmarks in SimCitybuildit from Paris, literally tons and tons of landmarks. And then you're going to get the Parisian Brasserie, and this is at tier 2. Of course, this is really going to be easy for everyone to get. No struggle. It's completely free. Just got to do a little work. At a 22 by 22 area, 15% boost. It's not much. It's a fancy restaurant, the Brasserie. It's like that restaurant that Ratatouille worked in. But I enjoy it. I enjoy it as an architectural masterpiece, an elegant, fancy restaurant. I honestly think it's amazing, seriously. I mean, it looks kind of like, it goes with the architectural style of Parisian homes, so it could be like this restaurant district for your Parisians in your Parisian regions in your city. So of course, then you're going to get your usual rewards, and these don't really vary, and they haven't really varied from Mayor's Pass, so nothing really changing there. Now, if you see on tier number 4, you're going to get that storage boost, and that's going to be temporary for the rest of the Mayor's Pass. I think they should have a little more at the start than just plus 10 storage. Maybe plus 20 would be better as well. War items. Oh, there's the plus 10 storage, but the premium, that's how they get you with the premium, because as you can see, there are so much more better rewards with premium, but of course, you have to spend real money, $4.99 USD, US dollars. Then you're going to get the Musée d'Orsay. I'm sorry, I don't speak French. I don't know how to pronounce this, but and I never took French classes, unfortunately, and that's sad. 35% boost, 26 by 14% area. It's honestly a renowned museum. It's one of the most renowned museums in Paris. If you're going to do a Parisian museum, though, why not do the Louvre? Hello, one of the most famous art museums in the world, that literally houses the Mona Lisa, one of the most famous paintings in the world. I think the Louvre they should have done would have been way better. I don't understand why they had the Musée d'Orsay. It's definitely a renowned museum. There's no doubt about that. I'm not, discrediting this museum. I'm just saying, if you think about it, they really could have done better. I really would have liked to see the Louvre. Maybe next time, but I don't know. But there's so many Paris specializations, it is insane. And then you're going to see a lot of walls and city gates, and you're going to see this actually throughout. These were a lot of rewards that in this Mayor's Pass they have added, because I guess they want you to build French-style castles. Maybe you could be the next Louis XIV or something like that. But they want you to build these grand castles, of course, and I believe I could be wrong, but I believe they do already have the Palace of Versailles. I think they had that in a previous Mayor's Pass as well. If they don't, then they should have it already. But again, if you want to feel like your city is a part of French royalty, they're going to give you a lot. I guess this is not as positive because this is a cemetery. This is the Père Lachaise Cemetery. 22 by 20, 30% boost. Trying to speak French. French accent. Honestly, I don't like it. First off, there's not really cemeteries in the game, by the way, and I don't know, it's just, it's kind of weird to have a cemetery in the game. It's It's a famous cemetery, no doubt about it. It's there's some great famous people like the composer Chopin that have been buried there, and some writers like Oscar Wilde. So, uh, it's a famous cemetery, no doubt about it. But I don't know, aesthetically, it's pretty mundane. I'd say it's pretty lackluster, uh, dull, shall I say? I don't really see a cemetery. It just looks like trees. I don't remember that much trees in a cemetery. Then again, I guess that's how this cemetery is designed, but I don't know. I just really don't like it. But at a 40% boost, it sounds great. However, I am concerned because the Père Lachaise cemetery looks like it's going to take up a lot of area, and it's not always about the boost that these specializations are going to give you. Sometimes it's about the question, is it going to take up a lot of space? Because if it takes up a lot of space, well, then, frankly, it's just not worth it. And then you get the Parc des Boults Chamonts at a 26 by 14 area, a 45% boost. This is one of the public parks in Paris, really a famous park in Paris, at a 45% boost, a 26 by 14 area. I appreciate that, and actually, I like the Parc des Boults Chamonts, unlike the cemetery. The Parc des Boults Chamonts is in the free pass, and at tier 20, anyone that casually plays can even get that, because again, we're going to get 40 days when this begins tomorrow, on Wednesday. So, I'm definitely looking forward to this new pass. And I definitely am excited to get these rewards. And as I said, the Chamonts, the Parc des Chamonts, it should be very easy to get. I mean, that's gonna be fun. Then after that, war chest. Again, as I said, round tower. There you can build an amazing castle, amazing French castle. The French were always known back in history for their famous castles, and it'll probably compete with some of your maybe English castles coming up next month, because the next Mayor's Pass is, I frankly, I don't want to say I'm spoiling it, but if they're following the same pattern, which probably is characteristic of SimCityBuildit in some cases, then I'm going to say London is the next Mayor's Pass, so there's a hint for you. Now, the Grand Palais, and this is a Grand Palace, a 26 by 26 area, 55% boost, that is freaking insane. But the problem is, of course, it is in premium. So if you're going to spend the money, you're going to get so many intense boosts. Of course, that is an amazing palace. The Grand Palace, you feel the French royalty. You can build these castles. 55% boost, that is outstanding. Outstanding, really. 15 golden keys, that's amazing. And look at this. And what I appreciate about this, at tier 37, 50 platinum keys. Platinum keys are not easy to get. They're really one of the rarest currencies in SimCityBuildit. So the fact that they're having 50 and you don't have to pay for the premium to get those 50 platinum keys, that's amazing, because a few people do pay for the premium. There's no doubt about it. But I'm just saying, you're not everyone's willing to pay that. I know $5 isn't much. I'm not saying $5 is much. I'm just saying some people could say you could use the money in better ways. This iconic specialization, the Notre Dame Cathedral, and this specialization, I think, should have already been here in SimCityBuildit, and unfortunately we had to wait so long. It's going to be in the premium pass, a 70% boost, which is just, that is very high, by the way. 30 by 30%. 30 by 30. That, you know how big? That is like one of the best specializations. And of course, Notre Dame is famous for burning down in 2019, unfortunately. And ever since then, though, it's had more recognition. It's always been a renowned landmark, renowned church, renowned cathedral. But it really gives you that Paris feel. It is really one of the, besides the Eiffel Tower, I would say, in my opinion, Notre Dame is really the second most popular or biggest landmark in France. Or if you want to go to Arc de Triomphe, it's a matter of debate. I'm not, going to argue with you. But I know, hopefully someone from France is watching this. They probably know better. Tier 39, so you're gonna have to buy the premium pass. You're gonna work hard. Not everyone's gonna get it, but honestly, I'd say that's worth it. And honestly, that in itself entices me to buy the premium pass because I think that is a must-have specialization. I honestly, and I'm not just saying this, I really think that is one of the best specializations that we've seen in the game, like in general. And I'm not kidding about that. Like the fact that you get that big of a boost, but not only that, but just look how iconic Notre Dame is. Usually, SimCity Build It doesn't introduce these iconic landmarks that often. Usually, they'll give us something that's, pretty good, but it's not the top landmarks in the world. Notre Dame Cathedral is one of the top landmarks in the world. So I just, I think it really is a big addition to the game. And I really want that. I think it's a must have. And if you have it in your city, that kudos to you because that's going to take a lot of effort and it's going to cost you some money as well. Then you get the Sacre Coeur, and this is also a church, a 65% boost that is outstanding in a 22 by 22 area. What I like about the Sacre Coeur is that it's free, right? It's not in the premium pass, so we don't have to spend the money to get that. And a 65% boost, that's almost as good as a 70% boost. So, even though if we don't want to spend the money to get the Notre Dame Cathedral, we could get the Sacre Coeur, although I do recommend spending the money if you can get that far, because the Notre Dame, again, is the best. But the Sacre Coeur, it is actually a church on a hill in Paris, on the tallest point in Paris, in a matter of fact. And, of course, this, as you can see, it is shown in the picture on a hill. I would imagine if it came with the hill, it would be very big. So I'm pretty sure the church just comes by itself. I don't think the hill is included. But you probably want to do it, I don't know, maybe you want to put this church somewhere near the mountains or something. But it's definitely it's high up a hill. It's very good. It's like any other cathedral SimCity Builder has given us. I see two cathedrals, two churches, Sacre Coeur and the Notre Dame Cathedral. Japan, they didn't really give us cathedrals because Japan doesn't have really any cathedrals. But the previous from Finland, they gave us the Helsinki Cathedral. So we're seeing more and more churches being added, which can decorate the religious setting of The Sims. And then, of course, the grand prize for the free pass is 1,400 Sim Cash. So, you don't have to pay anything for that. That is, of course, very good. That is, of course, very hard to get. So that's always very important. Of course, 10,000 worth of millions if you're going to have the premium pass. And then you're going to have the premium plus pass, which I believe is $8, I believe, something like that. It's more than the $5. Let me just tell you, it's not worth it. If you've ever bought it, you've wasted your money. It's okay, though, but just don't buy it again because you get these rewards, and I understand that. And it's only, I guess $3 extra than what the regular premium pass would be. But I honestly there's no specializations. It's just added currencies. As you added platinum keys, added golden keys, war simoleons. So just a few little, added currencies, which, can be helpful. So it ain't nothing. But I definitely I don't think it's worth it. I'm not going to say it's worth it. Again, I know this was a long one, as my Mayor's Pass review videos tend to be, but this only happens every 40 days, so this is the season that we're going to get for 40 days. I appreciate it so much. If you're watching this on YouTube, or if you're watching this on Twitter, to comment, to retweet, or subscribe, or whatever platform you're watching this on. I thank you so much for watching this video. I really do appreciate all the support. I thank you, and SimCity Build It, I hope you're watching because we need some updates. Because, frankly, if the previous Mayor's Pass, they give us Japan updates, are we going to see Paris events, or are we going to see some more creativity and not just the same old thing over and over and over again? Because if there's one thing that annoys me, it is repetition. And I just can't stand it, so please, please, please no repetition. Please. I don't want too much Paris events. Like, give us an Earth Day event or something. By the way, Earth Day is coming up. I'm going to have a video about clean energy in SimCity Build It. So, thank you so much for watching, and I wish you all a wonderful day wherever you are, whatever you're doing. I wish you all a happy day.